Good morning and welcome to another episode of Tony's Allotment. You haven't had a video for about a week and a half, 2 weeks guys, and the reason for that is that I've been working, and when I have been up here it's been absolutely tipping down, so there was just no way we could get the camera out. I got totally drenched, but you know, we need to do the work when we can, even if it's raining. So this episode's just going to be a little sort of update, really, a walkabout of what we've done, how the plot's now looking, and things like that. So without any further ado, let's go and have a look around the plot. Okay, so the first thing you'll see is obviously there's a fair bit of mess and things here, and that's all going to go down the tip. We've still done nothing as far as the polytunnel goes and everything else, and that's mainly because we didn't get the plastic that I wanted, so I've left it. Okay, as you're aware, we planted more potatoes in this bed here, but we also ended up planting in that 8x4 and that 8x4 down there, so now we've got lots of spuds in. But this is an overall shot of the plot, guys. At the moment, it's we've got 4 ton of bark chipped down. We haven't had enough to finish doing what we were doing, but there is 4 ton of bark chipped down. So here we've got a brand new bed. If you remember, we had all the horse manure mounted up over that bed there. That's been obviously now moved. The spuds are in there, and also we built this bed, this 8x4 bed here as well, so it's a brand new bed. We turned over all the other beds, so now they're all looking good and all ready to grow in. This bed has still got some charging, which we're feeding the chickens with at the moment. We've fixed the carrot bed and parsnip bed up. I'm just in the process of flattening off this base, but as you can see, it's a deep bed. And we'll throw a load of pelly mix and some fertiliser in that, and our parsnips and carrots will be going in there this year. The main middle bed, we've still got the garlic in. We've given that some magnesium feed, try and green them up. Now some of the bigger ones are greening up already. Some of the bigger ones are greening up already, but the others are taking their time. So as you can see, the biggest thing is obviously all the paths, or most of the paths are done. It makes a big difference as far as walking around, and it is quite deep. It's around about 8 to 10 inches deep. I'll show you just how deep it is now in a moment. Again, this bed's all dug over ready. So we've got the onions in this bed and the blackberries here. So if I drop you down here, you will see just how deep that is. So it's a good old layer there. We've still got up along here to sort of sort out, and obviously all this area where we're going to be putting the beans and things, so we need to sort them out very shortly as well. All this compost here is going to be put up there, and we'll take it up there in a moment. But for all intents and purposes, that's all the beds sort of sorted out down here. The rhubarb is coming up in leaps and bounds, and I don't know if I mentioned in one of the last videos, we had one coming out to the path, from under the path, so we'll be lifting one of these slabs. It's going to be a bit late to move it, I should imagine, so what I'll probably end up doing is putting in a bark chip path, you know, sort of from that area on, and just bark chipping around it and let it grow, and then I'll move it next year. All our fruit bushes are all greening up nicely. We've got some of our autumn raspberries all coming up nice. Right along, look, you can see them all coming up. And the summer fruiting are all up, obviously, because they fruit on last year's growth, and they're all up at a good height. In here we got 4 blueberries, all different varieties. These two here, this one and that one we had from last year, and these two are new. So we're hoping for some good sort of raspberries over there. We've spoken about the carrot bed. Strawberries, all doing okay. They're starting to bulk up a little bit now, which is nice, and especially in the little beds over there, they're really doing well. All this area has been cleaned off as far as the junk and stuff goes. We've put the scaffolding tubes there, but all this needs to be dug over, ready for the next stage. The pond looking fantastic now, considering it's only a couple of months old. It's really coming along. The tadpoles, there's a couple of fish in here as well. We put a couple of fish in, but the tadpoles are all doing well on this. I don't know if we're going to pick these up, but I'll show you now. All doing well. I don't think you're going to pick these up, guys. No. No, I don't think you can. I'm sorry if you can't see it, but they are all doing really well. Oh yeah, I think you can just make that one out there. Look, good sized tadpoles. Like I said, there's 4 fish in here, and that's doing alright. The hybernaculum is starting to get, obviously, its flowers coming through and things, and it's starting to grow little bits of grass in it and what have you. So as the bulbs die back now, there'll be grasses and things taking over, and then in the back end we've got that bush now which is starting to come into flower with all red flowers and things like that. We've still got a lot of digging around by here to do around this sort of area. This is the section we didn't get around to digging. We stored all the manure up here, as you remember, and we're starting to put a compost there for the time being. All our wood that we've had spare is all stacked up here, so that's out of our way and tucked behind the polytunnel. But the plot's really starting to come together now. It felt like for months and months and months I worked and nothing seems to sort of be getting anywhere. But now we're ready for putting things in the ground, and in fact we've got 5 beds totally full of, or 4 beds full of spuds, a bed full of onions, some garlic in and what have you. The polytunnel, here we've been salvaging all sorts of bricks and things. We're going to be using those for making the coal frames. Probably a bit late, but they'll come handy for next year. In the polytunnel, I'm sorry if it's dark, guys, but it's going to be the best I'm going to get it. We've got all our brassicas along here. We've got our leeks just in the back there. They're coming up through. All our herbs and things. We've got some lettuce. So that's doing good. We have sweet pea. This is our second lot of tomatoes we've got coming through now. Some of them haven't even germinated, but there's not a lot we can do about that. The first lot we lost to a mouse in the garage, and I came up this morning to find that Mr. Mouse had been up here, so I think we must have a mouse in here as well, or something's been trying to dig out, whatever it is. Anyway, we've sown a load of other stuff. We've got some cucumbers and beans, squash and what have you in, sweet corn all along here. Okay, so over the next sort of few weeks they should be coming up. Down this side of the polytunnel we've actually planted up with some seeds, as you can see from all the tags, and we've got kohlrabi, pak choi, we've got some turnip, some radishes, and then we've got beetroot, carrots. So we've got little rows of each of those along there. So it's all coming well. In that little pot there we have some lemongrass, some lemongrass. So so that's coming quite handy. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess along here where I'm working, but you know, that's the way it is on the plot. You know, you work and you do what you can. So, although there's still things needing to be done, you know, we've been getting on with things. The beds have all been done. The bark chip is down. There's 4 ton of bark chip so far down on the beds. So you know, so it's all starting to take shape. We're going to get the back area sorted next. Get the bean trenches in, things. It's a bit late for them, but they're going in now, and then we'll worry about this section here down towards the polytunnel. Maybe start building the polytunnel frame up, and we just got this area to finish, and then we're pretty much done, guys. And you know, I'm quite happy the way it's turning out. It's a lot of hard work, but it does, you know, it does pay off in the long run. So anyway, I think we're coming up close to 10 minutes now. I think that's about it for today. So but I just wanted to give you guys an update on how it's actually looking around on the plot. Anyway, I'll see you shortly. This video probably won't be on now until tomorrow, because I'm working now in about an hour and a half's time, so I won't have time to edit it tonight, so I'll do it at some point tomorrow. Anyway, have a good one, guys, and I'll speak to you shortly.